What's up, everybody? Thanks for listening in on another episode of the PowerUp podcast with your host, Nathan Shields, aka Siren. Remember to check us out at www.powerupfighters.com and to subscribe via RSS and to this podcast via iTunes. Today, my guests are Cameron, aka The Real KT, and Josiah, aka Tecdatshit. The name, if you're wondering immediately, I believe comes from Third Strike, because Josiah, he has some definite skill with parrying. I've heard of the amazing things that he has done, so that's the origin of his name, just in case you wanted to know. Cameron and Josiah have released the Team SoEazy mixtape, and you know, it's really cool. It gives a really good insight into the actually my local scene, the Dayton players, and it's not completely unique. It's unique in the way that it's so grassroots. They say that they've had a lot of influence from the And One mixtapes, which I personally haven't seen, but from what they explained to me, I totally get how kind of grassroots those things are, and that's what they're going for with these mixtapes that focus not on basketball, but on fighting games. So we go through Team SoEazy and mixtape history, the challenges to gathering and editing the footage, you know, why even go to the trouble of all this anyways. And also we talk about Mixtape Volume 2 and some of Cam and Josiah's plans for what's going to be in there and the upgrades in quality and everything else that goes along with a Volume 2. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoy what Cameron and Josiah have to talk about and what they've contributed to the community. I will be providing links to the Team SoEazy videos, which are on YouTube, on the Real KT's YouTube page. And, you know, enjoy. And I hope that this inspires people out there outside of Ohio to go and, you know, document their own scenes. Because it's something that's just cool to do. You know, it's not saying that it's going to make you money or that it's going to be the most important thing in the world. But, I mean, if you're going to go out and play these games anyways and have so much fun, why not, you know, get some of that down in the history books, or the history video, rather. But no, really, I hope you guys enjoy this podcast and, you know, continue on powering up your world, and I will catch you later. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and reintroduce ourselves for...
I am The Real KT, the real cool for thought. Let's see. I'm 21 years old as of now of this recording. I'm probably known for playing Soul Calibur series, the Tekken series. I love the Mortal Kombat series. I've been playing that game since I was a little kid, man. That was probably like my first fighting game, probably around like Mortal Kombat 2. I play a number of other stuff. I'll probably dabble in a little bit of stuff like Street Fighter 4, so I don't have no hate for no games like that. I like KOF 12. I like Blaze Blue probably recently, so hopefully I can get into more into that. And I don't know. So far it's been going pretty good as far as that goes. So far I've just been competing a couple years. Not too much though. I started competing like locally, like at the game store tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah. Did you play in the GameStop National Tournament?
No, I actually didn't get to play in that. I'm not too really good at Street Fighter, so I didn't think about playing into that. But it was they used to throw like GameStop around like Dayton Mall. They used to throw like small tournaments like every month or something like that. Nice. So I would go down and play in the Tekken and Soul Calibur tournaments and try to win those. And in fact, I think I won the last one that they threw was a Tekken one. I ended up winning first place in that one.
Was that the one that I threw?
No, that was it was for Tekken 5. It was probably like a few months after it came out, and I had already kind of picked up the game and started playing it and a whole lot more. And I won first at that 10-man tournament. And it was kind of cool. Like with the cash prize, I bought like Mortal Kombat Trilogy because they had it there.
Awesome.
So it was really cool.
Mortal Kombat, man.
Yeah. So.
But didn't you win a tournament that I threw at Game Crazy? The turnout was not that bad.
That was for Soul Calibur. Yeah, I won that one.
Oh, okay.
That was like a month. That was like probably a month or two after Soul Calibur 4 came out.
Yeah.
And
when it was big,
right? And it was a little bit big. And Quan at the time played it a little bit, and he got second at the time, I believe.
Yeah.
I remember playing him in the finals for it. I'm not sure how many people entered that one too. That was probably like a 10 to 15.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It
wasn't too bad for the one that you threw.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
All right, Josiah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, my name is Josiah, aka Tecdatshit. I don't know. I've been kind of playing games since I was like, I'd say 8. I don't know. My brothers kind of got me into it. They got me into Mortal Kombat, and I would just get my butt. Oh my gosh, man, they would destroy me. It was ridiculous. But I don't know. I was persistent. And, I stuck with it, and it kind of got to the point to where, like, I'd played so much, like I started beating them, and like they would, oh my gosh, they would try to kill me, man.
Like in the game or in real life?
No, they hated. They hated the fact that I got good. They called me a video game freak, stuff like that. And then like, I don't know. After that point, like I really started getting into Tekken when Tekken came out, and I was like, man, this game is so cool. It's like so real like, and you can like do that. What is that? Martial law when he runs up your stomach.
Right.
That was like the coolest thing ever, and. I don't know. I just started playing that game back in the day. Me and my friends would play them all the time, and like I would be the only one, like just beating everybody. And this, I didn't really know about this whole competitive gaming thing until I don't know. I'd say about 04, no 03, 04.
It's been that long?
Yeah, that's when I first like knew about it because I didn't know it was like that. I knew there was something big about it, like Alpha, Mortal Kombat, but I didn't know how to get into it. Stuff like that.
How did you both learn about the competitive scene? Who turned you on to it?
It wasn't Ross.
No,
Ross tried to say he's the one that... No, it wasn't Ross. No, it was more like Gabby and Freddie. I don't know if you remember Freddie.
I don't remember Freddie. I think you've always been a competitive head like that, though, before. Like, you did the Anthem mixtape.
Oh, yeah. Before the whole, competitive gaming. Oh, yeah, I was big-time basketball, and won all that, did a few tours or whatever. Did that, and, I don't know, kind of fell off of that because I felt like I needed to really get back in school and stuff. And I just wanted to try something new because I kind of felt like I accomplished what I wanted to do with the whole basketball and one, all that. And, I played games in the past, and I was pretty good at them, so I figured, I'll try this whole competitive gaming thing.
Yeah, I think...
Actually turned out pretty good.
Yeah, so far, I think.
As far as like 2D fighters, like Third Strike, I like went to a tournament in St. Louis and got like 5th, and that was like my 3rd tournament.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, my first tournament, I don't know. Where was it? At that bowling alley?
The bowling alley.
It was a bowling alley in Hillsborough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got knocked out. I got knocked out the first round, and I thought it was over. So I left, and and Ross was like, "Dude, where were you at? They called you up for another match." I was like, "Oh shit, I thought it was over. I thought like once you lose, it was over."
Like now
it was
best out of 3. Double elimination.
Oh yeah, it was best out of 3. So, but I didn't know it was double elimination. I didn't know that.
Right.
So.
Yeah. I think that's what Quentin put on his Midwest Roundup page was the little story of the bowling alley tournament. He said that he got beat by Galleon in Third Strike.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I remember. Man, like before I even knew like Third Strike could be played as well as it did. When I watched Galleon play, I was like, I'm gonna do that. And oh my, just his dungeon setups were just, oh my gosh, they were all over the place. And I was like, man, I didn't even know you can,
do that.
Yeah, I didn't know Denja was that like damaging. I didn't know it was like
I get hit by it twice yesterday at the ranking battle. I was very sad.
Oh my gosh.
There's a whiff throw. He did the Shoryuken. I blocked it. I was like, throw, and it was just, he just kind of like ducked underneath. Oh, boom!
Yeah,
so how about you, Cameron? Did you just kind of hop in, or was there someone who was a little bit more, guiding?
I sort of hopped in. I sort of turned on myself in the sort of competitive gaming because it all started, one dark, stormy night in Florida in my dad's house playing Tekken 4. And, I thought I was just so good because I played games for the longest. The only person I played for the longest was, like, Quentin all the time. So I always thought, like, you know how you get that headset?
Yeah.
You start beating, you start beating a certain number of people, you think, like, man, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at Tekken 4. So,
That's what I thought, man.
when I went to Florida, I used to go to Florida a lot during the summer to go see my dad when he stayed in Florida. So I stayed in his house. He had started Miami PlayStation 2 and everything, and then I bought Tekken 4 from a friend of mine. Nice. And so that was sort of my start, because I've always liked Tekken and stuff like that. I had Tekken 1 and 2. Actually, I lost Tekken 2. When I was a little kid. My brother got pissed.
Somebody probably stole it, man.
Nah, I don't know what the story was. I just know he cussed me out one day because I lost Tekken 2. And he was just like, dude, that isn't mine. I was like, okay, anyway. So I got Tekken 4 because I was like, man, I saw Tekken 4 before at an arcade when it first started coming out, and I was like, man, that game looks great. Hey, I know all these people. Too bad it's only like, 10 characters in the game, but I don't know how many people exactly. But, I was just like, man, I don't know these people. Hey, I know Lei Wulong. I know Yoshimitsu. I know that guy.
Brian Feud.
I know who Brian Feud is. Man. So I picked up Tekken 4, but the way it kind of started for me was I've been playing it for a while. And I think I played a lot of Jin and a lot of like Lei and Yoshimitsu at the time when Tekken 4 was out. And I don't know. I think I ended up doing something accidental one day. I think I did. What did I do? I think I did an Electric Wind God Fist one day, which is like the staple move for Mishimas to use as a. Okay. It's like a stand. It's pretty much like a standard strategic launcher to throw out to get a nice combo off, and it's like it comes out just really fast. It really has like a high priority. It comes out really hard. Well, Jin has sort of a version of that doesn't launch, but it doesn't knock away. And I end up doing it by accident. And I sort of noticed, like, because the input it's a just frame input in which the command is forward, neutral, down, forward, and then 2, which is the triangle button on the PlayStation pad. And you have to hit a just frame input in which the down forward, the diagonal, has to match at the same time as 2 during a certain frame window when you do it. So I ended up, and the way you know you did it right is that it'll come out faster, it'll hit harder, and the character will essentially make a different sound effect. He'll make a different noise. Oh, okay. He'll say something different, and he'll say something different versus the normal version, which comes out a little slower, doesn't hit as hard, just knocks away a little bit, and and the most important part is the electricity that comes out, which is why it's known.
Is it a glitch or is it an actual?
No,
it's
just a just frame timing move. It's just It's just one of those things that Namco puts in, for pro players to kind of access and sort of get into a different element of their character.
Okay.
So I ended up doing it by accident one day, and I just sort of did it. And so I looked up this move. I looked it up on the internet. When I accidentally did it, I sort of just started paying attention that I did it by accident. And I looked it up on the internet, and I came across Tekken Zaibatsu that explained it to me. Right. And when I found TekkenZaibatsu.com for the first time, I'm still not registered there anyway, but which is kind of awkward. But when I kind of came across it, I decided to explore the site a little bit more, and at the time they had a video page, and they showed all these nice just frame moves and everything that every character can do. I didn't know shit. So I saw all this stuff, and it blew my mind. And then I came across old matches that from Evo, 2K3, 2K4, something like that, when they had Tekken 4 at Evo. It was like early 2000 when they had Tekken 4 at Evo, and I came across those matches. And I watched those matches, and I said, "Wow, I had no idea."
Yeah, I was still in high school. I had no idea this stuff was going on.
I had no idea.
If I knew back then, I would be up there with Daigo and Justin Warren. Hands down. I'm not trying to sound cocky, but if I knew, it would be a different story.
Yeah, your competitive spirit would be
much
stronger
than
it is.
Man. Yeah. I mean, it still is. It's just Ohio just... really trying to get the competition up here. There's not enough competition. I mean, because we got skills out here, definitely. And you'll see it in the mixtape, but we just got to get the competition to come out here.
Well, let's move on to the main course of the interview, and that is the mixtape. Now,
is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
Did Team SoEazy always exist? Is that something that is exclusive to the mixtape, or did it become? Was it necessary to make the mixtape more interesting?
I think it's just something that just kind of grew, really over time. Because I mean, we were all cool, and I don't think we ever really saw ourselves as a. I mean, we were a crew. We were just like really good friends.
Right.
And then like the whole Team SoEazy, or it just kind of grew. It just I don't know.
Who are the original members?
You know, that's a really
good
question.
That dude who was like at the Panda Express, he came over and played a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
I guess he might have counted.
Something.
I'm all right. As far as like crew rock wise, the original crew members has to be TRKT, Arcane, DeCarter, Daddy Neptune, and
You, Jason.
me, Jason. I mean, like before you even met, like me.
Okay.
Like, didn't you guys have like a little gaming crew?
We did, sorta. They played more when they went to St. Clair. I went to Wright State.
It was Team Kinda Easy.
Yeah, it was like Team Kinda Easy. Team just Team Very Easy.
SoEazy. That whole saying came from me.
Okay.
Me and my little, I don't know, sexcapades. Me and my stories about, you know, women and all that. I'm telling them how easy it is, you know, to talk to women, you know, stuff like that.
It's so easy, bro.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It just kind of grew from that. I guess.
And it was actually sort of funny because it clicked like when you were editing the mixtape, the first one, like it was just Team Dayton for the longest.
Yeah,
and you were just like, man, I need to come up with a name. And we came up with like the most wackest names ever.
DTO, DTOK,
Yeah.
Team Noir.
I was just like nothing's really clicking, you know.
Right.
Nothing's like nothing just got that spark. And then like I swore I saw it come up on the mixtape one day. I was like, SoEazy, that's perfect. Like that's a perfect team name.
T Squeeze.
T Squeeze on the
T Squeeze.
It does look like a Q or something.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
T
In a weird way.
Squeeze. Yeah.
Yeah, and you spelled it like I think you spelled it like 4 different ways on the mixtape. I don't know.
I don't know. It's in there somewhere. Man.
We haven't come up with a perfect spelling yet, but it's getting there.
My special vocabulary language.
It's getting there. Yeah. It's getting there.
So when did you guys, like you and who else was it?
Jason.
When did you guys meet up with Cameron and Quentin and everything?
Oh, that's how I met this guy. Like I said, like I was a big time Tekken fan, and I was just all about Tekken. And you know, Ross is just like, man, I gotta get my boy, I gotta get Cam over here, man, so he can play with Tekken. I'm like, yeah, bring him over here, man. I'll smash him. We're down chilling, playing Tekken. I'm beating Ross. I'm beating Carter. I'm beating Quan. I'm beating all these guys. And he comes out of nowhere. You know, he has his hood on. Like Jen. He has his backpack, and he's like, what's up, man? I was like, oh, you Cam? He's like, yeah. I was like, man, you trying to play? And Ross like, man, Cam's good, man. He's really good, man. He's probably the best in Dayton. He's like, man, I got to see you guys play. So we started playing. First round, I got a perfect on him. And I'm just like, okay, this dude, yeah, it's over. In the second round, like, it was kind of tough, and he beat me. Who were you using, Eddie Gordo, or you were using?
Was I using Eddie?
I don't know. I know it was really annoying. It got really
between
really
Ling or
annoying.
Eddie. They're between Ling or Eddie. They're both really annoying.
I know, cause like I don't know. Like, I had a certain way of playing. Like I tried to crush his pride, and it just did not work. It did not work. And then like once that didn't work, I tried grabbing him, and he would just tech all my grabs. And then I got frustrated, and then like he started running like this little winning streak, and like there was just combos I didn't see coming, annoying as Eddie Goro trips. And
I know there was one point I chose Brian, and you had Brian, and you hated that match. I remember that one.
Yes, because he showed me things that I'd never seen before, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I mean, I knew a little bit of, you know, the whole juggle system, but he started doing all kind of crazy stuff. Taunts, doing that taunt over and over. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, you're not Knee, you bastard. You're not the Korean player Knee. But that's how I met this guy. Ross and him, I don't know. I was going to school at Sinclair, and I noticed that they were playing, you know, fighting games. And I would just go down there every now and then and just kind of like, I don't know. I mean, I played fighting games down there before, and I kind of knew Carter because, you know, back in the day we used to, you know, play him in Tekken.
Right.
When I was the king of Tekken back in the day, but not anymore. But I kind of met them guys at college, and they were just all down there chilling, hanging out, playing video games. And I spent many a days down there just playing video games and not getting my homework done. But that's how I got better. Like, that's how I got good. So
Of course.
like, that's how I got good.
So was there a team SoEazy before there was a Mixtape?
Oh no, there was not. It was just
Mixtape.
it was just a group of guys
Just a group of guys that
trying
played.
to really, you know, come up in this whole competitive gaming scene.
Okay, so what was the impetus behind the Mixtape? What did you guys collaborate on the first one?
The first one was just kind of my idea.
Okay.
Definitely yours.
Because like I went through the whole and one mixtape, and you know, just the way they did the whole, I don't know, it was just the alternative to basketball, and I was just like, okay, how can I apply what they did to, you know, us, and you know, we travel all the time. And,
What did they do? I'm not familiar with
I don't know. They went from city to city, and you know, they play basketball outside, but they had like a certain flavor, like a different style of basketball.
Okay.
It was just, and everybody was just kind of like addicted to it. Like they rather play this than you know watch NBA, because you had a better chance of being on the N1 mixtape tour
Right.
or playing with these guys and you know being
Right.
in the NBA. And I kind of try to like apply that to what we did, because you know we're out here or whatever, and you know we're trying to get better, and you can make money off of this, and I don't know. I just try to apply that to.
Yeah, there was a certain style about like and one mixtapes that like it was heavily influenced by music.
That's a really.
It was
big,
heavily influenced by street music, and it just those elements sort of made, you know, what you were seeing much stronger.
It wasn't commercial. It was more of, I don't know, a natural underground feel to it.
Okay.
It wasn't commercial. That's what it is. And like in gaming, like professional gaming, it's, I don't know, it kind of had an underground feel to it. Now it's more commercial, a little bit.
It's moving in that direction.
It's moving.
Yeah, and more commercial.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I try to do. Like, just,
It's moving, but everybody still likes that underground feel, and I think the N1 mixtapes share that same.
Yeah, but now
quality.
it's more commercial now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to start something that was more underground.
And that you did.
Yeah.
And that you did. I think. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
All right. So, what were like the early challenges to gathering footage? Did you have a camera?
I had a camera. I don't know. I just kind of like.
Where was the first place you got footage from?
Oh man, I would say just regular old matches from like my apartment. Like we always used to go in my apartment and just play. That was just regular old Third Strike matches. And you know, when I finally got my laptop, and I went into iMovie and just kind of like put a few vids together, and then I was just like, I'm gonna really try to make something out of this. Yeah, it was just old matches that we had. I just kind of threw pieces together, threw a little bit of music behind it, and then it just kind of worked out.
Clicking.
Yeah, it just really started clicking.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a lot. There's a lot of old match junk sitting on my YouTube page. A lot of old match junk, and and I've always been into the element of just recording matches, mostly for my own personal benefit, because I always liked watching myself in a match, not in a conceited way, but like it's
to learn.
One of the best ways to improve. It's one of the best ways to improve.
Sometimes you see, you're like, is that really me playing?
Right.
Yeah.
And it was kind of strange because even when he was starting to gather footage and he started telling me stuff about the mixtape,
they really didn't see it.
I couldn't. Well, I sort of saw it, but I didn't believe that you could pull it off. I saw what you were trying to pull off, but I was like, I don't know. That's a lot of recording. There's a lot of different factors that are going.
But I cut it, and chopped it up, put my little flavor into it, threw it all together, and I was like, hey, check this out. And guys were just
you showed us like parts of it, and
right. But
you showed me parts of it.
You wouldn't see it,
yeah. I was just like, whoa, hold on, you onto something here.
Yeah, and then I don't know. Everybody just, I don't know. He really liked it. He really did. I can tell he really liked it.
I was mostly impressed because I'm used to being more of a seasoned kind of editor a little bit. Cause I've kind of edited stuff since high school, so I've been always into improving my techniques a little bit as far as editing goes. And I saw his, and I don't believe you've really had any kind of editing experience.
I've never had any editing experience.
And it always amazes me when people that really have like almost no editing experience seem to come up with like the craziest concept ever.
It came straight from here, and that was it.
But it's the way that you conceptualize it. It's the way that you organize it, and that's something you don't really get taught.
That's something.
That's something you sort of just watch and you sort of gradually come to understand.
Yeah.
So it led me to understand. It led me to understand that you've watched a lot of stuff. You've watched a lot of stuff like the mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
Like the N1 mixtape. And that you've watched a lot of stuff like just regular old-fashioned movies.
Oh, yeah.
And that you've sort of understood consciously an element of organization because not a lot of people have that.
Right.
And that's what I was mostly impressed by because, if you saw Mixtape Volume 1, you can see the faults. I can see a lot of faults. I can see like 100 different things I would do different. Yeah. But if you look at the mixtape, you wouldn't be able to know that this guy edited for the first time ever, pretty much.
Exactly.
So, I mean, like, he took iMovie and didn't even really know shit about it.
I didn't know shit about it.
I hate that version of iMovie, by the way.
It's weird. I don't like it.
I hate it. I think
you don't understand how many times I had to restart this damn mixtape. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
iMovie was not playing nice.
No, it was not. I would get, like, 30 minutes into it and then have to redo the whole damn thing. I'm just like, oh my God. And that was hours and hours. It took me like, 6 months? No, was it after Seasons I started? Or what was that? What was a major tournament that we went to? And I kind of threw the idea out there. No, it had to be Naptown Clash too.
You went to Naptown Clash. I didn't go.
Yeah, it took me at least 6 to 7 months to do this mixtape. At least 6 or 7 months.
It's pretty crazy. Mostly because of iMovie.
Yeah.
He would have been done with it sooner. But
for sure, man.
You know what's always good about editing, at least in my experience, I've had tons of errors like that too. I've had computers crashing on me. I've had programs just freeze and shut down.
It gets annoying, man.
Or stuff just doesn't work, or stuff goes missing, and things like that. And, I think that when that stuff happens, even when you're editing, you always seem to come back with a fresher slate. You seem to do it much better because, like, even with the computer forcing you to restart and you didn't save anything because you forgot to save because you've been so into editing for like 30 minutes that you forget to save, and then it clicks that if you saved or not when it crashes. When that happens, I think, like, when you have to start fresh slate, you start to have a better understanding of your project.
Oh yeah,
I think that's
too.
the moment that you start to have a better understanding of your project,
that's
and
true.
that you start to edit it in a much better way. And then somehow you always reach the conclusion that, man, whatever I was doing before, that shit doesn't work at all.
Yeah,
at all. Like, I think even
I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
I'm glad because even when you first started it, I think you started off with, like, you had a different music. You had different music, different intro.
Yeah, it was so different.
And
I changed the intro on how many
talked
times.
about, and I remember I talked about for the longest, like, I don't know, like, I think, Joe, you should keep it, but I'm probably gonna take certain parts of this mixtape and change it for you.
Yeah,
because I think certain parts are good, and I think there are other weaker parts. When I started to see it started to come together a little bit. I know there were parts I was like, Joe, keep editing, just keep going.
You kind of threw a little bit of ideas in there.
Mm-hmm. I was just like
the whole Alex chop.
Oh yeah, the Alex chop part. Quentin is the extra number one where he does the chop.
Okay.
I like that part of the mixtape. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, I threw him a couple ideas, I threw him a couple bones to kind of get him motivated to keep going
Actually,
back.
to be honest, I didn't really come up with this myself. I kind of asked everybody, like, what do you think I should throw in there? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people gave me a pretty good ideas. Like the whole table when we're just kind of just all talking and being stupid. Like that was kind of
in the beginning.
Yeah,
at La Rosa's,
that was kind of the idea. He was like, hey, just film, and the film is going to make itself. The mixtape is going to make itself. Like just take your time, but eventually, like the mixtape it'll make itself. So I kind of like just picked little ideas from everybody. Like, hey, throw that in there. Adam told me to throw something in there. You told me to throw something in there, so I threw it in there. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I didn't really come up with this whole thing myself.
But it's definitely involved with the people.
Yeah, definitely. Now, did the recording kind of wrap up after Them Versus Us? Was that the?
Oh yeah, that was the final. Okay. Yeah, because that's where I wanted it to go. Because I wanted it to I wanted everybody to understand that, okay, this is kind of the Ohio thing.
Right.
This is what we go through. It's our experience. Like that was like the whole big thing about
that. And it had to stop at some point.
Oh yeah. It's like an hour and 18 something minutes long. Oh
you had to stop at some point. You're gonna make a fucking TV series out of this
feature film,
right?
Yeah, I honestly didn't believe it was going to be an hour.
You were 10 to 12 minutes away from a feature. You were about to turn into a feature.
Oh my gosh!
Now, is the whole thing on YouTube or is it just snippets?
No, the whole thing is on YouTube. It's just cut up into certain
I've seen like
parts.
a lot of parts, but I wasn't sure
it's
if it was the whole thing or not.
Yeah, the whole thing.
When
you add up all the minutes, it's a minute. It's an hour and 18.
It's pretty long.
It adds up. I didn't really snip anything. I had to fix part 4. Again, that's why part 4 was missing for a while because I had a copyright issue, which is typical for YouTube because if you put up.
What was the issue? The music?
The music. It was just. Music.
Lil Wayne ain't giving us no love, man.
You call him up.
Yeah, I know.
Good. Yeah. Nah. It was just a typical copyright issue, and I think we probably used I think the main thing was that we used pretty much 3/4 of a whole song.
Oh yeah.
Or 3/4 of the song because the entire mixtape has portions of the song. It may be a fourth of the song or half of the song, and then it cuts to something else. There's half a song, and then there's mixtapes, which is uncopyrighted material typically, because it's pretty much free. Anytime you buy a mixtape, anytime you buy a CD, an actual audio CD mixtape, it's typically free or they're free to download. So pretty much that stuff is not copyrighted.
Right.
So that's why YouTube kind of doesn't. It looks past that kind of.
Yeah.
But if you essentially put up an album track,
which I didn't want to do. I just want to do all underground mixtape because I wanted to have an underground feel.
Yeah.
I didn't want it to be commercial. That was my whole point.
And that was something that happened. So I took it upon myself to take that part 4.
And you did a damn good job. Oh my gosh.
Well, I just took what you had and mixed it up. I just took what you had. I didn't really do anything too crazy or anything.
I saw what I can do. Then I saw what you can do. I wonder what Volume 2 is going to be like. It's going to be.
I was say, dude, I did that in an hour. I was just lazy. I think it took me so long to come out with part 4 again because I had offered to redo it. So I took it off the YouTube page. And I was just like, okay, guys, I'll keep doing it. And then stuff kept coming up because, I live in real life.
Right.
And so stuff kept coming up. And, eventually I just sat down at work one day. And I got, super bored because I had nothing to do. And I was just like, I think I should edit that mixtape stuff right now. And then I got done in an hour and a half or so. And then I just threw it around. I was like, hey, guys, I got that part for you.
Yeah, that's probably my second favorite part
because I redid it.
Yeah, that part. I mean, my original idea was awesome,
right?
And we're going to have to somehow incorporate that in Volume 2. But his re-editing of Part 4 is probably my second favorite part. Carter, downright, he's the best one.
Carter's your favorite part.
Yeah, that was my most creative.
Carter's always probably the best part of the mixtape. I think Faquan's part of the mixtape too. I like that.
I like the way it introed into it.
Right. That's probably why I like it.
Yeah. but it could have been better. On his part, I think he could have gave me better footage. But it was, and that was another thing, that was another flaw. It's like getting good match footage. It was very hard to get that. Very, very hard.
What were you looking for in a good match?
I don't know. Just this dude dominating.
Okay.
A quality highlight. A quality
But
comeback.
at the same time, a really good match between both players.
You didn't want a shutout.
Right.
And you didn't want somebody just getting their butt kicked.
Yeah, I didn't want it. Yeah, I didn't want it to look like an exhibition video.
Right.
Yeah, I hope that's not the misconception anyone has about the mixtapes, that
no.
we're shutting them out and that we're better and we're cocky and
No,
stuff like that.
no. That's all real raw footage. All that.
footage.
That's everybody. I mean, that's competition level playing right there. Right there. That's what that is.
But hopefully we'll fix some of those elements. Hopefully, I mean, I have like a pretty good slate of ideas to fix some of those flaws, so that we kind of don't have those, so that we have a much better mixtape volume 2. So hopefully, I'll probably get into that later. I don't know what you have on your sheet there.
Yeah, we'll talk about Mixtape 2 later. Let's before we get into that, let's talk about the reception you guys have got for the first mixtape. Have you been able to hear anything from people outside of Dayton, like on YouTube, like some comment from some random, like sleazy dude 573 or something like that?
I know he showed hella women before he slept with them.
Oh, yeah. All the women that I'll show, they love it. They love it because women like playing video games.
Secretly.
And I'm going to throw out a preview here soon about Volume 2. I got an interview with some Hooters girls, and women
awesome.
love playing video games. They do. Downright. But anyways, I don't know. Not really. I mean, when we first put it out, it was like the first 3 days we got over, 40, 30 views?
Something like that. It was pretty small.
I think we're just looking for that group of people that's like, hey, let's check this out.
Right.
But we haven't got that yet. It's just been all local, or it's been us. I mean, as far as comment, everybody that's thrown a comment on there, I know. So I don't know. I think we need to like promote it a little more. Maybe. I'm still thinking about throwing a DVD out, just in the local area. But I just don't have the money to get the DVDs right now.
Yeah.
Because I have, iDVD to where I can make copies of it.
I can get you one. I can burn one.
Yeah.
I got some DVDs.
I mean, I don't think at this little down period that I'm in, I haven't really had a chance to promote it.
Right.
So that's probably a really good reason why people ain't really.
I think
really know about it.
Yeah, I think I was telling him I wanted to see what kind of reception we got, because I know you were really for it about the ideas about DVDs.
Yeah.
About taking DVDs and burning them.
Start local
and just
and
going to tournaments.
It'll just branch out.
Right, and you were thinking taking them to tournaments, taking copies of DVDs, and just kind of hand them out, maybe sell them for a few bucks.
Yeah, or just give them out. Yeah.
Right. Well, and I hope I didn't crush any confidence.
Oh,
I was sort of kind of against that, because I wanted to see
what people thought.
What kind of thought process we can get.
But it's like a treasure hunt on YouTube. You got to find these awesome videos.
You kind of got to find it.
It's a great video.
I think so too.
Every time I watch it, I just get this joy in my body. I'm just like, oh my god, I want somebody to really pay attention to this.
Yeah, no, I think it got a nice reception. I just wanted to post it on SoEazy and get it on YouTube.
Oh, have you done that yet? Put it on SoEazy?
I haven't posted a thread about it, if anything like that. I could. Yeah. I suppose I could. I forgot to do that, I guess. I suppose I just posted it in the Dayton thread, just posted the Cincinnati thread. Just see what kind of people just kind of think about it. Yeah. And so far, it's been pretty positive feedback. It's people that like it. It's people that like it. It's people that enjoy watching it. I think we need to go to Arcade
Legends and kind of put a static. Right there. If you win, a tournament, you get a free DVD of Volume 1 SoEazy. And that would work, honestly. I mean, it'd just be a free. You get money, and you get this free DVD. Go check it out. Go show all your friends.
The only thing,
put the money in the DVD case, so they have to open it up.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good advertisement.
Right, they have to see the DVD.
They have to.
Yeah, I think the only thing that was another reason I was kind of against it was the quality of it. The entire time that Josiah filmed this mixtape was shot with
I didn't do it on my professional camera, which was a very bad idea.
Well, the fact that you shot it with
just a regular
cheese picture camera,
it turned out not that bad.
It came out. I think the quality was pretty good for what it was.
Yeah,
and yeah, I think was there a point you switched cameras? I swear it looked like it.
I think I did. At some point.
I kind of noticed it a little bit. There's a slight quality difference between the beginning and the end of the mixtape that kind of went, But I think you switched cameras at some point. And I think there was even some point you probably used. No, you didn't use my camera. Never mind.
No.
But no, and that's something. That's one thing I hope to improve even with number 2 because I'm using my camera. I'm using my nice little
as far as like
Canon.
You want to do like high quality footage,
right? Raw footage, high quality raw footage. But no, I definitely want to mix in some of the camera footage that even the stuff you shot at like NWC and stuff like that. Yeah. So I want to mix the quality of it because I can make both of them look pretty good. You can notice a slight difference, but if you didn't see it already, even in the previews, like in the preview clips, they look pretty good. Yeah, because you probably would have thought he shot it with an HD.
Yeah, you gotta check out those preview clips too. Man.
If you've seen the preview 2 clips already, you probably would have thought he shot it with.
Where can people find those at?
They're on my YouTube page, on the K Trigger YouTube page. I'll try to link it on my Sure You Can signature or something like that, and I'll try to push that out there. You can find the preview clips right alongside the related videos or the My Video section along with Mixtape Volume 1. So if you find Mixtape Volume 1, you'll find preview clips of Mixtape Volume 2.
And Cameron, you're on the Midwest Roundup, and on your biography page, there's a link to your YouTube channel.
Yeah, so you guys can also check it out on my Midwest Roundup page, like Siren just mentioned. So that's just one clip. If you just click the video clip, and you'll find like 3 or 4 more. So I'm trying to push those out, like maybe 2 every month or so. Nice. I try to just pick out a small little clip to just put up. And so far, there's a clip about Josiah, a clip about Quan, a clip about Quentin, and
no actual like footage of gaming, which I haven't noticed yet.
That will probably be later, and that will probably be.
They're trying to convey like everybody's personality,
right? I want to push out the idea of the players, and that's an element that I want to explore for Mixtape Volume 2. So I'll get
see if the viewers can recognize people's play style from just listening to them.
Right, that's true. Yeah,
right. Will they realize that Quentin's playing Apple? maybe they will. They might hear him yell in the background.
Yeah.
Giveaway, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Mixtape Volume 2 then.
Okay.
So, Cameron, you said you're doing most of the filming, or is it kind of like you both are going
I'm doing
out?
most of the filming.
Yeah.
I'm doing most of the filming, and I know he's got some footage, and I know even you, Mr. Nathan, have some footage. So eventually, when the time being comes, I was going to eventually start requesting some of that finals footage that you shot at Arcade Legends. That stuff looks really good.
I've got all of the stuff always saved on my computer.
Good.
Nice.
Keep it, and I'll steal some of it, and when I throw it on my hard drive, it'll just be there for the time being. So when I start on it,
it's got like the. I don't have the raw footage anymore. I have like the edited footage.
Okay, that's
little
cool. That's cool too.
Banners and stuff on it.
That's cool too.
So yeah, hopefully that won't mess with any of the design.
No, it won't. It won't. Essentially, when that title stuff comes up, it only comes up in round 1 fight, and even if it shows up a little bit, I can worry about it.
I mean, it's good for the people to know who was playing anyways.
Right. Yeah. I can always, and that's good for me in the editing in the long run, just in case I lose track of certain people.
Right, cool.
But no, I'm shooting most of it with just my little Canon, video camera.
HD ready, I hope?
No, it's actually not even HD. I wish I had the money for that damn thing. I'm gonna work on it. Maybe this year. I'll see what I can get.
Those things are expensive.
Oh man.
Does it do? Is it SD? Digital?
It does regular SD, and it even shoots in widescreen for the time being. But I'm actually shooting it in standard so that I can match it with the footage that he shot. Because you can't really shoot widescreen with the Yeah, you can't really shoot it.
It comes the bars on there.
Yeah, it comes standard, and I would hate to mix the two. Yeah. So I want to mix standard, and even when I pump out the preview clips, they're coming out in widescreen because I've been kind of scaling the video to be widescreen. So what you're seeing is actually a scaled video, not necessarily a widescreen shot, true widescreen.
Okay. Is it going to be that way in the final product?
Mm-hmm. Essentially, so that I can match what he shot and what I shot, and we can just compress it together. Okay. It can just be all in one nice visual tribute.
Cool.
Yeah, I've shot some stuff, and he's got stuff. I'd say we have about maybe a fourth, maybe even half of the mixtape shot.
Nice.
Including your footage, including Nathan's footage, and
I got some,
including the footage you shot at MWC. So far, we have.
I got some nice. I got a Jay Wong interview. Mm-hmm. I got a Funk Doc interview. I got a couple local guys from Columbus. I got their interviews too. Was it Gym Master?
Yeah.
I got a few interviews, and I got
unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't know why is everybody they just don't like this guy.
Well, not to go off on.
I know he's a fairy, but
it was because of his turn. We don't need to get into it.
Oh yeah, we didn't need to go into it.
Sometimes I feel like we kind of like drift off the subject and then like bounce back a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
No, yeah, it's so far it's good. We have footage of MWC so far. We have footage of a few
great footage at MWC.
We have great footage of MWC.
We couldn't get all of it, which I'm kind of disappointed, but we got some really good, great footage.
So it sounds like you guys are kind of expanding beyond Team SoEazy and getting like people like Jay Wong, Jim Master.
Oh yeah,
all these different events.
Yeah, cool. We're definitely traveling a little bit more because the first one was definitely a lot more on the casual side and a lot more, and even Mixtape Volume 2 will still probably pick up on those casuals, but it's a matter of the element and the event that we're in. Nice. I think that kind of upscales it. But so far we have MWC shot. We probably have like a few casual sessions shot. A couple goofy late nights at arcades and different or at the bar or you were at the Hooters bar or
we're not just gamers, man. We like to go out, we like to party, drink a little bit. Especially me. I like playing games and I like gaming girls. I like doing stuff like that too. So
plug up your PlayStation pad to a chick's ass.
Yeah, all kind of shit like that.
And then it works. How's that?
It works. It works.
Some Third Strike real quick.
There's going to be a new generation soon.
Yeah, definitely a third strike. But we have upcoming stuff to shoot. Like I'm riding with you to Naptown Clash, so we'll be shooting that.
Sweet. Hopefully I'll be able to make that.
Hopefully.
When is that tournament?
29th, August
29th. I hope so, man. They gonna have Third Strike there?
Yes.
Man,
they have Soul Calibur and Tekken 6 there. That's why I'm going.
I'll try to save up like $50 and then like go.
Yeah, I backed out of like I think HDR and Guilty Gear because I just don't practice them enough, and I think Third Strike too because I still don't practice that enough. But I'm gonna try to use like maybe like $10 or so. Put some dollar bills on top of the PS3. I was all right.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4 money match.
Oh,
$1 million.
$1 million minus $999. Got to read the fine print on that offer.
Oh yeah, the nice paragraph fine print.
Oh, it's kind of hard to get money matches nowadays, man.
That's something Galleon talked about in the podcast earlier today that I did. He's like, to be, in his opinion, to elevate yourself as a player, you want to travel to majors. You want to get notoriety for something. He said, for example, VDO has his noteworthy team, Rogue, Colossus, and Ken. And that's kind of like his thing. That's why people recognize him. You want to challenge people who are better than you, but you still feel that you have a chance of beating. And then you want to play money matches. He was really big about the money matches because I guess, and it makes sense when you play the money matches. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything, even if it's just $1, person's probably not going to sandbag. They're probably going to come at you because they want your dollar.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing about money matches is you don't have to worry about getting somebody's crappy secondary character or anything like that. They'll come at you, and if ranking battles that are free can bring out the competition to some people, then you add $1, you add a couple dollars. $5 is probably like where people are like, all right, I'm gonna win this.
Right.
That's like a lunch or something the next day.
Yeah, man. It's a hustle.
Hustling some Third Strike.
Yeah, man. I might have to money match some guys down in Arcade Legends for a money match. $5 money match.
You got to lose some money to win some money. Okay. No, that's definitely really good advice.
Yeah. Never really thought of it like that. Really.
Yeah. So far we got some more shot. We got like a couple We have like I said, we have footage even at bars. I think there's one bar, Blind Bob's downtown, that holds local Street Fighter 4 tournaments. And
Which
stuff
I've
like that.
yet to go.
It's just Quentin and Quan and you guys.
What do you
playing stuff?
Win like a lunch card or something?
Yeah, you win like a $25 gift card at the place. You know, stuff like
That's
that.
retarded.
So there's little footage like
money
that.
at, man?
There's little footage like that, and I think we're looking to film. I mean, we're looking to finish filming, even though he says we were going to stop filming before then. We're looking to finish filming at Seasons meetings, and probably a little bit after it because Tekken 6 is coming out.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah,
I gotta I gotta fit in some footage of that. I gotta put that.
Oh yeah.
It's got to go in. And even then, even at this point, the reason I feel so comfortable about it is that most of us from Dayton are already playing it down in Cincinnati.
Oh,
Newport,
yeah.
at GameWorks down there. So the curve to pick up the console version won't be as hard.
Nice.
So that we'll kind of already be kind of seasoned up about it. So I don't think getting footage for it won't be as hard.
Cool.
Systematically. It was in
Oh
my
yeah.
head. But yeah, we're looking to finish filming pretty much just a little bit after Seasons meetings.
Just a little bit after.
I know
There's
he
gonna be
wanted.
some good footage.
Oh
It
my
should
god!
be.
It's
I think it's a perfect way to end the
There's
mixtape
gonna
right
be
there.
so many people there. Oh my gosh, man!
I think it'll be a perfect way to end the mixtape. I can't picture no other way. I think you wanted to start filming for Mixtape Volume 3 at Seasons meetings.
Right,
but-
yeah, like right after season beatings 4, then Volume 3 was going to start.
Nice.
But I don't know. I think Volume 2 should end there. Like,
Yeah.
it should end at Seasons meetings, and that should be, like, a much bigger scale. Because the way this tournament is sounding, I'm pretty sure Galleon mentioned it before. Like, this tournament's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts.
I've been talking to him about doing like maybe not like actually filming, but being like the guy who directs where the videographer would be going, and I could like go around and talk to some of the players and do like a little seasons beatings for documentary.
Oh,
Which,
yeah,
like
yeah.
Cameron or Josiah, one of you guys could help edit or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
That could work.
Yeah, man.
That could work. I'm not sure how far if they
However
want me
Galleon
to
would wanna do
affiliate
it.
it, be
Oh,
on that
yeah,
team,
yeah.
but I'd be more than happy to help edit it. You know,
me too.
if they want my experience
Definitely.
and everything,
Me
I
too.
have, and that's one of the essential reasons I'm getting a hard drive now, so that I can kind of take on these kind of jobs and everything. Because I pretty much have like a kind of system to edit on. I mean, Wright State has a 24-hour Mac lab with
Right.
Final Cut Pro in it, so I could edit that if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Or at my job, I edit on Adobe Premiere Pro, which I'm still kind of battling how I want to edit the mixtape, which system I want, because both of them has its pros and cons. But systematically, I would prefer Final Cut, but if I have to edit on Adobe Premiere, that'd be no problem. I could still essentially do the same stuff. But yeah, and that's pretty much where we're looking to film. I think we have Naptown Clash and like another tour of Indy. Probably we'll probably
Yeah.
get to- probably
Definitely
get that
second tour of
in.
Indy.
That was definitely a good segment of the first mixtape,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
think hopefully we can try
Good.
to capture that.
Oh, yeah, good times down there.
So there's a lot of out of town stuff. I wanted to get some footage of Evo, but Adam and Josh
Yeah,
Queen,
he-
I believe, were the only ones that went.
Yep.
And Josh
And-
was too busy commentating.
And Josh was
And
busy
next to Seth
commentating.
Adam got lazy and did not bring a camera.
Well, I knew Adam wasn't gonna do it, and
It was more of
it was
his skill than
probably,
anything.
you know, I don't know what he would have shot though, because he went by himself.
Oh yeah.
If
yeah.
he went by himself, and I'm pretty sure he
He
can't.
said
be
he
like,
took
hey, Josh.
one picture down there, and that was with a Dudley.
What's with the Dudley
Yeah.
play?
That was the Dudley player on the
That
Facebook
was it. I was
page.
like, you lazy little bastard. God, it could have been a section of the mixtape where it could have been Action Hank goes Evo.
Now all we have is Action Hank with Dudley.
That's it. That's all we got, man.
That's what we have.
This is how epic Evo was.
it was on
It
a
was great.
Dudley scale.
I got corkscrew blowed.
I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would have essentially worked out, even if I did probably hand him the camera, because
Yeah.
he wouldn't have been
I
able
don't
to
know.
get shots of anything. He probably would have lost it, you know.
I mean, without anybody, like, if he did go on his
Right.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Set
he
up
goes
the
on his
camera.
own. He already had to carry that stick around
Yeah.
and lugging around the camera too, and
Yeah.
trying to set it down in the match. He's liable to forget it.
Hopefully, Volume 3 though. Definitely.
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 Hopefully, we'll get more people to go Evo. He made it look easy.
Oh
so
yeah,
easy.
man.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to go to a lot of bigger tournaments come 2010, like final round, definitely Evo.
Oh yeah, final round. We're definitely.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna try to hit up fight around next year.
When's East Coast Throwdown? Is that in May?
I don't know. You tell me.
I forget. They had it recently. I think it was a little bit either before or after them versus us. So either in March or May. I know Final Round's in March though, so that's cool.
Okay, well, we'll try to get stuff like that. I mean, Final Round looks hype, but even after watching I Got Next, like, you know, Final Round looked really hype. So I hope to capture some.
Ooh, let's talk about I Got Next.
I Got Next?
Yeah. What do you guys thought about that?
Did you watch it?
That's a documentary, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome, man.
Yeah.
You watched it?
Yes. I didn't. I saw the preview. Is it out yet?
They released like a shortcut.
The 45-minute cut.
Yeah.
No,
They've
I don't.
released the
I don't.
feature cut.
No, I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, it definitely looks awesome. It definitely dives deep into what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I mean, there's basketball and then there's gaming.
Right.
So yeah, it definitely dives deep into that. And,
Yeah, I think my only 2 cents is that I think it's a really, really, really awesome film. I really think so, and I think it's
very different from what we're.
It's
doing.
very different from what we're doing. That's
Very
one,
different.
and 2, systematically, it's the first of its kind.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna receive like it's gonna trail off into much different projects.
Oh, yeah,
I've
sure.
even toyed around doing a documentary of my own, a fighting game community. So
Yeah.
I've toyed around with that idea a couple times, and hopefully
that's
I'll get
the
around
King,
to it.
right?
Yeah, King.
King. Yeah.
So far, but yeah, you know, and to see that as a nice template, I see it as a nice template for what's to come, because, you know, I know there was Bang the Machine, but nobody saw Bang the Machine. I didn't see
Nobody's
that.
allowed to see.
Nobody's allowed to see Bang the Machine. I didn't
Bang
see
the
that.
Machine.
I didn't see Bang the Machine.
The first rule of Bang the Machine: you do not talk about
Bang the
Not
Machine.
Talk about Bang the
Exactly. And well, that's almost what happened. Almost nobody talked about it. But I think it's a nice template. I think that the only thing that's a little off is the fact that they're, you know, I think their success, and I say that with quotation marks, at, you know, film festivals might be kind of dry.
Mm-hmm.
The film itself is pretty much exclusive to who knows what the film was about.
Yeah.
There's not enough. Like I'm thinking of that Alex part in the mixtape. You know, that's just entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, it's not necessarily exclusive to people with fighting game knowledge.
Right.
Good editing, good cutting.
Yeah.
That is universal.
Yeah, the way it's executed is wonderful. The graphics are wonderful. The editing's fairly solid. There was a lot of Gutex in there, but it was like 80% Gutex in that movie. But no hate on Gutex. Shout out to Gutex.
Oh yeah. Gutex, yeah.
But no, I think systematically, if they want to enter in at like film festivals and stuff like that, you know,
Is that what they're pushing for?
I think that they talked about that idea. I know that question was brought up. I think even during the interviews that that they might consider it. But I think that,
I mean, you don't think like the whole gamer community has grown since
the gamer
got a lot
community
of
is
people
fine.
back into it.
No, the progress and the timing of the film is fine. It's just the audiences that they're trying to push for probably won't understand it because it's so exclusive to who knows what fighting game community is.
Right.
Like, if I asked my girlfriend about I Got Next, she wouldn't be able to tell me what the hell I'm talking about at all. She wouldn't understand probably a damn thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But, you know, if there was an underground Twilight film, no disrespect, maybe, if there was probably some kind of nice little story at a film festival, you know, that would probably grab audiences because everybody can identify with certain elements.
Yeah.
Not everybody can identify with, you know, the epicness of Street Fighter 4,
Right.
and what it has done to the California community and the whole West Coast itself.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And that's essentially what the focus of the film is about. Is mostly about Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they could have called it Street Fighter 4 instead of I Got Next.
Yeah.
But and I think like
I didn't
even,
think it was, you know, just about Street Fighter 4. I thought it was just about the whole gaming scene.
Well, you know, it is about the gaming scene, but it's mostly about it captures more the new faces. It captures more the new faces of Street Fighter 4 that it has brought, because for so long it was so many like old school Alex Valle, Justin Wong, and Daigo and tons of other, you know, old school Street Fighter players that have been around for a long time. And it was mostly just about those guys. Well, Street Fighter 4 has opened up a new gateway for that community. And that's what I Got Next, I think, captures. And I think that that's a really good timing for that film to come out, because they capture so many major moments at all these nice tournaments. And, you know, it looks great on film. It looks really good on film. That was just my only 2 cents, is that if they're looking for success at film festivals, they have to kind of tailor their film to a slightly different audience. Or at least involve some sort of element that people might actually care about. Because that's one of the hardest things for documentary films, is that people actually have to care what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's essentially like writing a paper. You know, if you write an essay, you have to write a good thesis. You have to write a good explanation about what the hell you're writing and why you're so passionate about writing. And I don't quite see that passion in the film per se, and I think that that's sort of a missing element that they'll have to deal with when they go to film festivals and stuff like that. But I do venture some kind of success for it, though, because it's the first of its kind. Who does a Street Fighter 4 film?
Right? No.
You know,
No.
Who does that, man? Like, that's crazy. That's an excellent idea, though.
The only other thing that I've seen that's kind of close is a documentary called Here Comes a New Challenger in London. I actually talked to the guy who he was like one of the co-creators. They did it as a school project, and it was like maybe 10, 15 minutes. I forget exactly how long. Much shorter than I Got Next. Much shorter than your guys' mixtape. But they went to a Neo Empire event, and he had posted a thread on SoEazy, which is how I found out about it. I saw it. I commented. The fella who did the commentary during it was very boring. And this is TJ Porter is his name, not the commentator, but the guy who was one of the co-creators.
Is his name TJ Combo? Wait, what?
TJ Porter.
Oh,
TJ Combo.
So, all right, go ahead, finish.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, that guy was a little dry. We could have done better with that.
Wow.
And so I did an interview with him, and that interview will be released here in a couple weeks. Oh no, it was just released. I released it along with Six's interview.
Oh, that would be interesting. I'll try to watch it. I don't think I saw it.
Yeah, he definitely didn't know much about the scene. I think it was more like some other guys' like hobby, and then he went along and made the video and helped. But he's definitely interested in it now. More of a real filmmaker. He's telling me about his horror movie scripts and stuff like that, which is cool. So I'm hoping that he'll stick with seeing like Here Comes a New Challenger 2 or something like that. Because London scene, it's pretty interesting to hear about Neo Empire, and there's like Evo influence over there too. They've got like their hands in some cake over there. I don't know how to say that.
Interesting.
But yeah, it's really cool to find out that like this whole other European scene exists.
Yeah,
man,
very cool. Outside of the Midwest, I thought East and West. I thought I would have a hard time talking to East and West Coast. It's like 3 months in, I'm talking to somebody from London. There you go.
Can't get no better than that,
right? Yeah, it's all downhill from here, unfortunately. Oh well. I think we're running up. Let me check the time. I think for people who are listening, we are recording on my handheld recorder. No Skype interview this time. And this little Zoom H4n, I'm very proud of it. It's being a trooper here listening to us this whole time.
That's money. Oh, yeah. That's money.
Yeah, we're running up on an hour, so let's go ahead and let's see here. Got one last thing on here. I'll read it just verbatim. What do you feel the mixtape and the team bring to the people involved as far as skill and friendship? What is the mixtape all about to both of you? Cameron, you go first.
Me first? Man.
Pressure.
Man.
Clutch.
No, I'm a fan of capturing good moments, and it's always good to see that those moments just put together for a wide viewing audience. And I think the mixtape in general just motivates not just us, but just the Midwest fighting community, that we're just as strong to have these kinds of videos.
We got a scene out here too.
Because I know we got shitted on Evo, no offense, but we did look pretty bad on the Team Midwest, and but I think that those elements strengthen competition in the Midwest just as strong as the network is in the East Coast, which isn't too much, but it's I'm trying to climb it as strong as the network in California and the West Coast and stuff like that.
Right.
So I think that the mixtape has instilled some type of hype, because before, when we were in our Sinclair days, we probably weren't as hype. We were hyped for each other.
Oh yeah,
in the matches.
But
we never even got to the scale that we're at now so far.
No.
And not that we're on top of the world, but this is all new to us.
Right.
Going to these pro tournaments and shit, like, this is new.
Right.
So I'm a fan of capturing those elements, and that's kind of what that does for me. I think that it instills a nice, like, vigorous hype into going, man, like, I could be like those guys when I got next. You know?
Definitely.
I could compete like those guys. I could look good like those guys. And really be at that level and really gain some type of, like, maybe notoriety of some sort.
Right.
And I think that helps build that among us.
Nice.
It inspires our drivers, our chauffeurs, Adam, Jason, and Carter.
Man.
It inspires our chauffeurs to really, really bust their gas.
We're like a
tanks.
rock band.
I know, right?
We're like a rock band. A local
really,
rock band.
Right. And even you, to bust these gas tanks and travel to that town clash, travel to MWC.
Money.
Burn our pockets and let Adam
almost
go
lose
to
my
Evo.
job over this damn thing.
Right. But you see what this mixtape's doing to us? Like, this is crazy.
But I'm hoping that, we really, we really get the spotlight on us, and people just really look at the Midwest and say, hey, well, you pretty much summed it up.
Respect the spotlight.
But,
Yeah, Josiah, what do you think? What's it about to you? What's it about for the friendship, for the skill building? How's the mixtape fit in?
Skill building, friendship, and is that what you asked me?
Yeah.
Skill building.
It's gotta help on that.
It does, because it's just so I love the mixtape. Once the guys saw how good they were, and everybody's just kind of like, man, you know what, I want to get better, and that's what I was hoping it would do. But at the same time, I wanted it to to really show other. Show SoCal, show New York that, like you said, like Midwest has a gaming scene. We have a strong gaming scene, and so okay, all right, check us out. This is what we do, and just check us out, because we're just as good as you guys. We're trying to improve. We're trying to get better. We're trying to make money out here.
It's a call out. It's
yeah,
a shout out.
It's definitely a shout out. Like, hey,
it's definitely a shout out. Like, hey, come play us.
If Ohio, if we had just an arcade scene, a big arcade scene like Family Fun Arcade, we'd be just as good as you guys. But we don't have that. So, and California is damn near bankrupt. Their economy. I don't understand why. They got all these damn arcades and people out there playing arcades and stuff. But I don't know. Like, I really wanted to let everybody know that Midwest has a gaming scene. We have a strong gaming scene. But as far as like my friends and like my community of friends, I really wanted to let them know, like, hey, we're good. We have potential to be better. Why not make a mixtape about it? Why not do that? Like, why not make a mixtape about it? And then like just show everybody that we're just as good and just as better.
It's like, just come play us. Come to us.
Yeah.
Show us what we need to do.
Yeah,
So
we got style, we got flavor.
So we can come to these tournaments.
Mixtape.
We can come take some money in some money
yeah,
matches,
yeah.
and we can come compete and give you the best competition in the Midwest.
We definitely.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying that. I don't think there's nothing conceited about it. It's nothing.
I still got much respect for Jay Wong, Lutex, Daigo, all of them. Still got like, mass respect.
But it's like, we want to learn how to play those guys.
Right.
We're hungry for it.
Yeah,
I think the Midwest is hungry for it.
Definitely.
I think Dayton's hungry for it.
Alucard, like, he's a perfect example, man. He got third at that national GameSpot tournament.
Yeah.
And Alucard's my boy. I play him all the time. And we go back and forth. So if he's that good, I know I'm just as good or just under his level. So I mean, we just need to get the word out there, and that's what I wanted to do. Show everybody that Midwest has got it too. So
awesome. So the mixtape, you can find it on Cameron's Midwest Roundup. The link to his YouTube page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm thinking for the mixtape volume 1, you can find it on my YouTube page. I think for the second one, we're trying to. I might try to actually avoid putting it on YouTube. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do for YouTube is put up like maybe a trailer before the actual YouTube comes out. I didn't discuss that with you. I know I didn't. I know you're looking at me funny.
No, you didn't. I'm just like,
trailer. Yeah, I mean, I know there's the preview clips, and then I've been thinking about for the past month and a half about coming up with like a 2 to 3 minute trailer for the mixtape. Mm-hmm. For the actual mixtape before the mixtape actually comes out, and then when I'm hoping that I can generate interest, and the idea is to hopefully, so far the only idea I can do to distribute mixtape volume 2 is for people to download it. It's for people to download a nice quality and then download like an HD quality.
Well, I mean, I would definitely be interested in just throwing up a page with it on there, letting people go to it.
Sweet.
I'm sure you could put it up like on Mega Upload or something like that. But for people to get to it easier, just having a link on PowerUp would be probably helpful.
Yeah, we're hoping. I'm hoping to do that so far, so I can avoid having to go on YouTube and deal with that process. And people can essentially just watch the mixtape. People can just watch the mixtape as a whole. And there's so many different elements I can upscale this a little bit. So far I'm thinking about just having people download it. And as far as like when this might expect to happen, I mean, Seasons meeting is in the end of October?
October 16th.
October 16th, mid-October. Okay. So I'm looking to try and have this mixtape done October.
October?
No, not in October. I'm thinking
at least
probably in November.
Yeah, at least December. Late November.
Late, yeah, it'll be in the winter.
At least late November.
Mixtape volume 2 will be done by then.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't do any ads on my site, so I don't have to worry about copyright.
Good.
I mean, I'm not trying to make money, so I don't need to worry about. You can use whatever music you want. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I think just, and I respect the underground element of the mixtape, but I think music can just add so much style to gameplay. Yeah. And I want the right song for the right...
Yeah, every clip.
For the right clip.
Like, as long as you give credit, I mean, that's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The credit's there. The credit will be there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The credit will be there. I want people to know what song is playing. Yeah. That sort of...
Because it's important.
It's important to know.
That's good.
And, there's all kinds of ideas swimming in my head. I pretty much have this mixtape, for the most part, edited in my head.
I bet, yeah.
And it scares the shit out of him, because it's
when Volume 1 came out, when I finally got it done, I'm like, yes, it's done. The crew is really starting to look at it and gravitate towards it. And Volume 2 is coming out. I mean, I don't really care if I throw it your way. I want to at least have a little bit of influence. Because I know, once I get out of this little situation that I'm in, Volume 3 is definitely. But Volume 2, it's 90% yours, 10% mine. I mean, I don't know. It's not done yet. So
you're the brains behind the 90%, though.
We'll see.
You're the brains behind the 90%. I'm copying off of you. I'm just upscaling and fixing your flaws. Essentially,
refining.
Refining it. Essentially,
and plus, this will give me time to level up and become I guess I'm a pro player. I should say I'm a pro. Mm-hmm. I'm not Jay Wong pro, but I still want to build my skill. Like, I want to get into KOF.
You want to build your skill level.
Yeah, I want to get into Black's Blue, Street Fighter 4.
And King of Fighters was fun.
King of Fighters was fun.
Oh my gosh, man.
I enjoyed it.
That's a really great game. Great game. But yeah, while he's doing that, I'm going to help him out with the editing, throw my little bits and pieces in there. But at the same time, I'm trying to level up, get better.
I essentially have the ideas in there, though. I always I don't know. I have a knack for thinking of something really strange, and I'll just put it together.
I'm glad that, when I first threw the idea out there, everybody was just like, what? Now everybody's like, man, I want to throw this song in the mixtape. Cam was like, man, I've already got the mixtape done. Quan's like, man, oh my gosh, you got to throw this skit in the mixtape. I'm like, I'm glad I got everybody really, really interested in what we're doing, man.
It's excellent. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for sitting down with me, doing this interview.
No problem.
Appreciate the hosting here in the apartment.
Oh yeah, it's high as hell up in this motherfucker.
That's all right. Yeah. Glad that my equipment has worked, and it was really cool talking about the mixtape. Hopefully, I will make some cameos in it in the future.
Oh, you will.
Oh yeah,
you'll be in the section.
Maybe from some, if I can practice up, maybe some Naptown footage. We'll see.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be in there, buddy.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna make sure you're in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're gonna make sure you're in there.
Sure.
Even if I'm not the best player, could like promote PowerUp or something like that.
Oh, I can work that out. Mixtape Volume 2 can do that.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate it.
No problem.
No problem.
Push the stop button. Let's end this interview.
So easy, bro. So easy, bro.